Hey y'all, Carolina Tony. Today the road brings us to DollyWood, and a lot of folks ask me, if you don't ride rides, what do you do at DollyWood? Well, in this video I'm going to show you, and we are going to stimulate all 5 senses, and it's going to be awesome. And hey, if you're old, you can still come to DollyWood, and I'm going to show you how. And we'll get started right after this station identification. I have just come through the gate. Actually, I came through the back lot, parked in preferred parking today. Cost me 40 bucks, but would have cost a little more had I not had a season pass. But this is a Wednesday. The park's been open an hour, and the parking lot is pretty close to full. This is crazy. We're in November, the middle of November, and there are a lot of kids, a lot of people here. And I have to say, it's not always been like this. It seems like since COVID, kids don't go to school anymore. People don't have to work. So what do? They come to DollyWood. Of course, we are still into the DollyWood's Harvest Festival, but the first thing I'm going to do is go over to the Show Street Ice Cream and get me a tasting pass.
Okay, let me.
Well, when you come in, one of the first things you want to do, regardless of what festival they're celebrating, is to get you a tasting pass. With my season pass, it runs about $38 including tax, but it is well worth the investment because you're able to taste different kinds of foods throughout the park, throughout the day, and I'll show you that as we go along. Some flowers. There's a Christmas tree made with potted plants. Here are a lot of homegrown pumpkins, 455 pounds, grown by Priscilla and John Edwards. Tim Bailey, 1,000-pound pumpkin. Here are some more huge pumpkins, 920 pounds, that's a huge one. And you know, here's the amazing thing about it, you would think, how many years did it take to get that many? How many years did it take to get 920 pounds? Since last spring. It's all about the fertilizer. And how long did it take that pumpkin to get that big? Probably one day. Let's see what some of our selections would be. Roasted sweet potato, barbecue chicken loaded sweet potato, vegetarian chili loaded sweet potato, and a pork belly loaded sweet potato. And pumpkin pie punch. Here's another choice at a different place. There's spiced pumpkin bisque, autumn palmer, potato tornado twisted dog, salted maple potato tornado, and sparkling berry apple cider. Well, it's hard to say. Lots of flowers, more pumpkins. I've always thought this was a pretty good visual. The old mill turning with the pumpkins in the foreground. Pretty cool. Now, if you want a country style sit down meal, all you can eat at Granny's, you can go inside and sit down where it's heated or air conditioned depending on the season. And they have country style food, chicken, meatloaf, stuff like that, and they bring it to you family style. Here is a reproduction of Dolly's Tennessee Mountain Home. You can go inside, and it's kind of like a little mini museum of what things looked like when she was a little girl. Some more Harvest Foods pulled pork sandwich, chicken smoked sausage gumbo. I'm gonna have to try that. And a wassail. This is the Back Porch Theater. Show will be starting probably at 10:45, and the group that's going to be playing today is from the Ozark Mountains, Southern Raised Bluegrass Band. More pumpkins. A pumpkin tree. As Lana said in the Charlie Brown cartoon strip, The Great Pumpkin, where I really love that. Stimulating your visuals, the flower. Or, as someone told us when we were out west in Yellowstone, the flora. At the old mill, this is the place to come for fresh, hot baked cinnamon bread. Park's only been open about an hour and a half, and you can see the line backed out the door. And all way down there. DollyWood Smoky Mountain Christmas coming November the 4th. We will make sure we're there for that. Now, for you folks that are walking impaired, they do have motorized scooters that you can rent, but they're on a first come, first served basis, and they give out pretty quick. This is the Valley Theater at 12:30 today, 2 o'clock, 3:30, 5 o'clock. Kim Carson and The Real Deal will be playing here, known as the Honky Tonk Queen of New Orleans. There's Granny Ogle's ham and beans. And more Craftsman. We are actually entering into Craftsman's Valley right now. As full as the parking lot is, and as crowded as it is when you come in, once you get into the park, it thins out a little bit. At the Robert Thomas Chapel, there is a little concert going on right now. Gospel music. Pretty cool. People are still standing in line for that cinnamon bread. But what they might not know, you have to read the fine print that at the Spotlight Bakery on Show Street, the line is very short and you get the same bread. Well, my first taste of the day, I saw a lady walking around and she had the pulled pork loaded mac and cheese. And there it is on the black iron. I'm gonna get me one. All right, here is my first selection of the day. Pulled pork mac and cheese. Here you go. It looks good. Oh yes. Yum. Well, one of the big things for people that don't ride rides to do would be to ride the train. But a few weeks ago, the train ran off the track and there are repairs being made, but they say it will be up and running again very soon. I love these pumpkin people, pumpkin artists. More pumpkin people. There's one trying to catch a butterfly. And those pumpkin people are up and doing shenanigans hanging from the water trough. Here's another one hanging from the water trough. One walking his dog. 1:15. Fiddlin' Leona with JP will be playing. And is that Fiddlin' Leona there? I don't know, but I think it is. Here is a big tip for you. This is the gate that I came through this morning. This is the back parking lot. This is where preferred parking and bus parking is, and preferred parking is right on the top of that hill. Yeah, you have to pay about 45 bucks to park in preferred if it's available. The parking spaces are, the parking spaces go fast, but when you're ready to leave and go home, you don't have to stand in line for a tram. You just have to walk up just a little incline. You get to your car and then you can leave. On our tasting pass, here is our second choice of the day. Bratwurst with red cabbage and roasted potatoes. This section is pretty good for, this section is pretty good just to look at some things. It's called Jukebox Junction. Some old cars, gas station. There's a roller coaster here that has been broken most of the time it's been here, but they're in the process of doing an overhaul right now. Red's Drive-In, which is kind of an old school eatery. An old and Airstream camper, and they're selling Dippin' Dots. Kind of reminds you of walking down the street back in the 50s. Little t-shirt, souvenirs. At the Pines Theater, during the summer months they have a play in there, but right now their Old Time Preachers Quartet is singing. Here is Celebrity Theater. This is a good place. I always come in and sit down and say, there you go in this show coming up soon, Twisted Pine. And here is my third selection for today. It is a barbecue chicken stuffed sweet potato. Something new, this is Celebration Hall Harvest Buffet. An adult, $19.99, with children, $9.99. They have salad, mixed greens, dried cranberries, mandarin segments, roasted pecans, crumbled goat cheese, balsamic vinaigrette, country fried steak, sawmill gravy, smothered pork loin, cream onion gravy, Tennessee smoked chicken, herb roasted drumsticks with sides, rice, cheese, corn casserole, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, green beans, garlic, butter, roasted Brussels sprouts. It has been a long day. I've tried 3 tastings so far. A 4th one, a dessert. Ice cream sandwich. I swear, I believe that when they made the waffle, They didn't use any sugar. Cause this thing, it's nasty. Here's something I've never noticed before. To tell you how long you have to wait. Big Bear Mountain is 40 minutes and the lightning rod's 75, and I do not even think it's going today. Mystery Mine 20 minutes and the Wild Eagle only 10 minutes. Well, let's do a rundown of the places that you can visit here at DollyWood, and you don't even have to ride a ride. This is the Show Street Palace Theater. There is Celebrity Theater up on the hill. And the Back Porch Theater. And there's the Valley Theater. I have paced myself, so I stretched these things out, so I've kind of munched all day long. And this is it. This is my last selection of the day. This is smoked sausage and chicken gumbo. Look at this Pennsylvania 2004 pound pumpkin. And the DollyWood Illuminates are beginning to happen right now. The Great Pumpkin Illuminates. Like lit up quilts. Okay, this is where it gets really crowded.
I like your butterfly. You're welcome.
My hands are chocolate. Come on, buddy.
Well, that is going to be a wrap for our trip to Dollywood to the Great Pumpkin Luminaries Harvest Festival. And I hope that you were able to get some insight on what you can do if you don't ride rides. I was able to stimulate at least 2 of your 5 senses. The smell, it's awesome. You just have to take my word for it. The taste, really good. Got to take my word for it. The feel, a pumpkin feels like a pumpkin. But it sure looked good and it sounded good. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me a big old thumbs up. Be sure to share with your family and friends. But until next time, y'all have a good day.